and they're trying to work out when to bowl that Bumrah over. You don't want to be saving him for the 20th. It's either got to be the 18th or 19th. I'm going 18th because Pakistan will try and end this before the last over. You get into that last over and funny things happen. Try and get most of these runs before 19 are done.
I'd imagine that's how they face the run chase, wouldn't it? Imagine it's a 19-over game.
And hence, as a captain, Kohli's got to imagine that. And then if anyone has to bowl the 20th, we'll try and get out of it. But you can't have Bumrah left with just one to bowl. So Bhuvi now, and then maybe Bumrah. Otherwise, it'll be too late. They need some kind of magic.
The difference between the two sides also is the way they use the new ball. India's new ball is about 122, 123, a little tame. Now that Shaheen Shah Afridi was just outstanding. I've long said that at the two ends, Pakistan have two genuine once-in-a-generation players in Babar Azam and Shaheen Shah Afridi, and we saw that today. Throws his bat sometimes, doesn't he, Rizwan? He's Rizwan. He's not a Babar. And yet, in their contrasting styles, look at what they've got. Rizwan 63 of 49, Babar 63 of 48, the two different batsmen.
Yeah, different styles. Rizwan's a bit more of a thrasher. Babar just strokes and caresses the ball, picks up length beautifully. Babar Azam, especially off the spinner. A bit of Inzi about him, the way he picks up length off the spinner to pull it away. The great Inzamam played that beautifully.
He was a magnificent chaser, Inzamam. Seen so many events for Pakistan in the past. There's a magic moment back in 2007.
In the air, Srishan takes it. India win.
This one will be called wide. Yeah, Pakistan fans have had to endure that for a long time. Those images of being so near and yet so far, never having won a World Cup game against India. And today, in a sense, is their way of saying, look, we're around here too, you know, we win games.
Yeah, the key for them, and there's still a big if, you can tell in that dressing room, this mustn't be their final. They've got to realise this is a journey for them. Coach and batting coach, they've got a new setup behind the scenes. It's always turmoil. This is a journey. Massive step this, but still, what do they need? 21 from 21.
India got a bit of a finishing kick, and that's what got them to 151. At the same point, India were just 113. Pakistan don't need that finishing kick. They can just play it very calmly. And that's because I think they've bossed the middle overs.
I'm going Bumrah next over, I reckon. Personally, what will be about 18, 19, 20 to win. Bumrah comes in and bowls a magical over that goes for 4 with a couple of wickets. Then India back in it. Can't let it drift any longer.
Bhuvneshwar thought that he was almost on that tram line. The umpire disagreed.
This one wasn't happy with the first one. He shuffled across a bit and it wasn't wided. Umpires have had a pretty good evening, to be honest. Where was it in relation to that line? Yeah, I'm going wide.
Could well be at 2 here as well. They're running, as I said a little while ago, the running's been outstanding. Still pretty humid out there, so to be able to come back 2 very quickly so late in the innings. That's wonderful. It's now the highest opening partnership against India in all T20 internationals.
It's the only place to bat in T20 cricket. At the top, Joss Buttler moving up for England. It is the best place to bat. Obviously you'll get the odd spell like Shane Shah Freedy bowled today where it will swing and then you're a little bit vulnerable, but in this format, top three.
Now he's letting that. Now the batsman's not happy. 135 for no loss.
Well, the key there was, did the bat
दूर कितना भी जा, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
a little bit of leeway. If you move across, that white line moves across with you. And that's why the umpire said, no, you moved.
Your captain, weren't you, Nasser?
You just can't let the game drift. Who is the only man out there that can get India back in this game? It's Bumrah. How does he do it? Double wicket over with 4 runs, and then Pakistan may panic. There's only one team that can lose this game from here, and that's Pakistan. So throw your cards now. This is your cards, all your cards on the table. Bumrah, go for it. Give me some magic.
And then, of course, 19 and 20 will be Bhuvneshwar and Shami. Really very, very little to play with here for Jasprit Bumrah. Now, these huddles at times like these, Nasser, and it's pretty apparent which way the game's going. What's the discussion going to be there?
It is how many fielders to bring in. So you're going for your best bowler, and what's he gone for? He's gone back to Shami here, is he? He's changed it. He's absolutely changed it. He's waiting for the 19th for Bumrah.
What era were you captain in, Nas?
So he's banking on Shami doing something magical, and then Bumrah. That was the debate, and also how many fielders to bring in.
Did you make a very valid point of batting top of the order? You look in the IPL as well, India have got 5 or 6 options at the top of the order. You start to come down, 4, 5, very few. Well, what's he got? All sort of behind the stumps, as you can see. There's third man. Third man's coming in there. Good spot. Third man's coming in. Long off's drop back. Long on's back. Well, of all the things you could do, how high was that? You want to look at that, but it doesn't matter, because off the bat it was high enough to go beyond the ropes.
Sure why he went Shami at this stage. One of the great white ball bowlers in Bumrah, and that would be close to a no ball on height.
It was really a free hit when it came there. It's a big 6-2, because that's they've gone first here. 10 4s and 5 6s. It's now 11 from 17, and I think Bumrah may just not bowl the last over.
If he does, there'll only be a couple needed, so I thought that was odd from Kohli, whoever convinced him. He gave it to Bumrah first up. Obviously the dew didn't help Shami there. It has come down, slipped out of his hand.
The reason he had to pull out is that there's people gently strolling past the side screen over there.
Possibly towards the car park with Indian shirts on.
Could well be, could well be. And now through the onside, there's only gaps at the moment as far as Rizwan is concerned. And there's now like a good middle distance runner. There's a nice finishing kick.
Yep, and you cannot put this down to conditions. Yep, the dew's come down. Yup, Pakistan won the toss, but let's be honest, for 80% of this game, they have been the better side. They have bossed it. 145 for none. What a run chase this has been. Perfection.
Pakistan have never won a T20 international by 10 wickets. This one is going into the gap as well. Take all the fielders out, you don't need them. Because at the moment the batsman can't even see them. All he's seeing is the spaces in between. Oh, it must be a wonderful feeling to be seeing the ball like that.
Well, if you're going to wait this long to beat them in a World Cup game, you might as well do it special. In 10 wickets they could do this. What a partnership this is. 149 unbroken. And Rizwan and Babar have been outstanding. And now Pakistan fans believe.
They've had so many things thrown at them. 0-5, 0-12. Now there's a number there. And they've never lost a T20 international by 10 wickets. But it doesn't matter which side you're supporting. It's just been such an admirable display of batsmanship by these two. There's a reason these two have been so successful at the top of the order. They put on a show here.
Sure have. Different styles of players. He thrashes at it a bit, Rizwan. Babar, touch and class. Hardly put a foot wrong. Hardly a chance. It's just been outstanding. And first ball, what will be the last pretty soon.
Could well be this one. It's a single. Are they going to get a second? Yeah, they're charging back for the second. This could be the moment. This is the moment. And all of Pakistan will celebrate, as will these two young men out there. They're a wonderful opening partnership. Mohammad Rizwan, Babar Azam, calm, clinical, and extremely skillful.
Take it in, Pakistan fans. You've waited a long, long time for this moment. Take it all in. All the years of pain and hate. And finally you've beaten India in a World Cup game. It's only a journey though, remember that. It's a journey in a tournament, but this is a great start in that journey.
Now, a lot of you are watching these pictures, a celebration in the Pakistan camp, as you'd imagine, but genuine respect as the two teams shake hands at the end. I thought that those pictures of Virat with Babar and Rizwan were wonderful too. Well played, well played. Pakistan win by 10 wickets. They've got their points on the board.
BitBNS is the safest place to trade in bitcoins.
But if it doesn't get stolen, wouldn't you be jobless?
And guess who's walking out there to shake hands with the Pakistan players? MS Dhoni, and now the celebrations will begin. And these are celebrations that are much deserved. They've waited, as you said, Nasser, for a very long time to be able to do this.
And they've done it in such un-Pakistan style. They usually have a stumble. They usually have a run out. They usually have a shamozzle in the field. Someone loses the plot. This is not the Pakistan we know. This has been clinical. This has been sharp. This has been a team together.
You talked about all that happened in the build-up to this game. If there's one team that wouldn't be bothered by all that's happening around, it would be Pakistan. I actually believe the two teams not going to Pakistan strengthened them, allowed them to play a lot of domestic cricket. It allowed them to pick people like Fakhar Zaman, like Haider Ali, and all these younger players in.
Well, there you go. Remarkably, trying to chase down 151. Mohammad Rizwan, 79 not out. And Babar Azam, the skipper, 68 in just 52 deliveries. A 10-wicket win.
India had nowhere to go, really, after that first over from Bhuvneshwar that had a couple of boundaries in it. 3 overs for 25. Chakravarti came on in the 4th over. Bowled 3 good overs, then a couple of sixes hit off him. Jadeja was economical. That's what you expect from your 5th bowler. And Bumrah 3 overs 22. Shami very expensive towards the end, and a lot more questions for India. But as it's a journey for Pakistan, so it is a journey for India. It's one game, and they've got 4 to play, but this will be such a shot in the arm for Pakistan. Remember, it's only a day in between before they play New Zealand on the 26th. So 151 for 7 was never going to be enough for India. It was actually a comeback that they got there after Afridi. You see that 3 for 31. There was a 17-run over at the end. Bowled beautifully in his first 2 overs to get Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul out. And after Hassan Ali had got Surya Kumar Yadav, India never really got back into the game. And a wonderful, clinical, calm chase from Pakistan. The win by 10 wickets is the first time they won a T20 international by 10 wickets. Yeah, power play 43. Then look at what happened there. I think that's when a lot of matches are won on there. In the middle overs, from 7 to 15, Pakistan made 78. So it was just a really classical acceleration through the middle overs and then reaching a climax in the 18th, winning handsomely with 2 overs left. 43 for no loss most days is a really good power play. So Pakistan win by 10 wickets. There's a couple of very happy gentlemen we can go to. Bazid Khan with the player of the match presentation.
Well, the player of the match presentation for today's game is Mr. Ashneer Grover, founder of Post Bay. And the man of the match today, player of the match is Shaheen Shah Afridi. Shaheen, pehle award le lein. Shaheen, क्या स्पेल किया, बॉल स्विंग हो रहा था, आपने यही प्लान किया था, हमेशा यही करते हैं?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है, पहली दफ़ा वर्ल्ड कप में मैच जीते इंडिया से, पाकिस्तानी लोगों की दुआएं, अम्मी अब्बू की, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इस पे प्राउड फील हो रहा है, काफ़ी अच्छा फील हो रहा है। बिल्कुल प्लान किया था कि अर्ली ऑन अगर मैंने ब्रेक थ्रू दी तो अच्छा स्टार्ट होगा टीम के लिए, तो मैंने सिर्फ कोशिश ही की थी, बाकी अल्लाह पाक ने दी।
Yeah, very happy with the performance and he planned with that swing. जब आपने पहला ओवर किया तो यही आप हमेशा ऐसी करते हैं कि बॉल को अंदर लेके आना है?
बिल्कुल कोशिश की थी। कल मैं जब नेट्स में गया था तो 4-5 कदम से यही था कि मैं थोड़ा सा स्विंग की कोशिश करूं, क्योंकि ज़्यादा स्विंग नहीं होता इधर, तो मेरा यही था अगर थोड़ा सा भी स्विंग हुआ और टीम को ज़रूरत है ब्रेक थ्रू की, अर्ली ऑन जब भी मैं आऊँ तो ब्रेक थ्रू दिया, तो मेरी यही कोशिश थी कि अपनी 100% दूँ, उसमें कामयाब हो गया।
Well, he tried his 100% and got the ball to swing with a very full length. जब बैटिंग शुरू हुई तो आपको यकीन था कि आराम से स्कोर हो जाएगा?
बिल्कुल, सिर्फ मेरे ख्याल से नया बॉल थोड़ा सा मुश्किल था, बट क्रेडिट पूरा जाता है बाबर और रिजी को, जैसे उन दोनों ने खेला है, आई थिंक अनबिलीवेबल, और बहुत क्रेडिट उनको जाता है और अल्लाह उनसे ऐसे ही रन करवाए।
A lot of credit to Babar and Rizwan with their opening partnership. ये मैच, इतना बड़ा मैच इंडिया से जीते हैं तो अब टूर्नामेंट आपके लिए थोड़ा आसान हो जाएगा?
देखिए, सारी टीमें मुश्किल है, नो डाउट इंडिया भी अच्छी टीम थी और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि इस मोमेंटम को आगे लेके जाए और परफॉर्म करे और आगे और फाइनल्स पर जाए।
They want to go to the finals after this match. Shaheen Shah Afridi, thank you very much and a great performance today. Brilliant bowling.
Thank you.
History at the T20 World Cup. For the first time in 13 meetings between these two sides, India go down to Pakistan in a World Cup clash. Shaheen Afridi was the star with the ball, taking 3 for 31. He dismissed all of India's top 3 batters, exactly what he dreamt of heading into this clash. And then the openers, Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, got the job done, handing Pakistan their first ever 10-wicket victory in white ball cricket up against the men in blue, and they did it with 13 balls to spare. Hello and welcome to the post-match show on Byju's Cricket Live. I'm Nerily Meadows. I've got Shane Watson, Dale Steyn, as well as Sunny Gavaskar alongside me. Sunny, your initial reactions to that one, a big win for Pakistan.
It's a hammering. It's not just a big win. It's a proper hammering that India have received today, because, you know, when a team wins by 10 wickets and with 13 deliveries to spare, and it wasn't an easy score to chase. 150 means you're chasing at more than 7.5 runs and over, and therefore that win has been absolutely a hammering as far as India is concerned. Hopefully they'll pick themselves up quickly, because that's important. You've got to forget what has happened in this game and focus on the next few games that are there.
What are their batting to begin with? They were 3 down in the power play and in a bit of trouble early, it must be said. What could they have done differently with the bat, do you think?
Oh gosh, it's difficult because Shane Chakkay was just so on the money. Those 2 balls, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, they're going to knock over any batsman in the world. And then it's really hard to rebuild. Virat Kohli took a bit of time to be able to see exactly how to be able to take on the game. Surya Kumar's finding his feet as well. So yes, they need to try and take the game on. The way it panned out in the end was they didn't have enough runs. But yeah, just Shane Chakkay just blew through that top order, which was very hard for India to get back from.
And Dale, what about that? I mean, they had that total, 151, but with the ball, could they have done anything differently to get a different result?
Yeah, it's always tough. I mean, 150 probably not enough, and you've got to look at ways to try and take wickets. So Virat had to be very smart with the way that he used his bowlers. There wasn't a lot of grip for the spinners tonight. You looked at Chakravarti, there wasn't a lot of grip. They kind of like just skidded on. Jadeja too. The bowlers just couldn't quite find a way to pick up wickets tonight. And you know, when you're chasing a low total like this, you need wickets to win a game.
Shaheen Afridi, he was the star for Pakistan. 3 wickets, 2 in the power play. Let's take a closer look.
रोहित शर्मा और राहुल है और कोहली है, तो ये तीनों वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 प्लेयर्स है। जैसे आमिर ने 17 के वर्ल्ड कप उसमें किया चैंपियन ट्रॉफी, मेरी भी कोशिश होगी कि मैं भी अर्ली ऑन जाके 3 को नहीं तो 1 को तो आउट कर लूँ।
Shaheen Afridi delivered in how? A Yorker to dismiss Rohit Sharma of just his 4th delivery.
Oh, gone, surely gone, yes, absolutely plumb.
And in swinger to send KL Rahul back in his 2nd over.
Oh, out! What a beauty! He's on absolute fire!
And in his last over, he got the better of a well-set Virat Kohli.
Short gone. Gone, he's in the game with the new ball, he's in the game with the old ball. Afridi wins his battle with Virat Kohli.
As far as the 3-wicket haul goes, there won't be many better than this one.
He made the big prediction ahead of this match that he'd love to get all of the top 3 of India. He pulled it off. How impressive was it, and what was the most impressive part of it?
I think the most impressive part was the way he got Rohit Sharma out. Everybody now knows left hand over the wicket. If you get the ball to curve back into the right-hander, he sometimes at the start of the innings has